another day of some Celeste. So today we're going to be playing Chapter 4, Seaside. Of course, because we're trying to collect all the seaside golden strawberries. It's pretty self-explanatory. The seasides are basically 3 rooms, but they're extremely difficult. And this one probably has wind. I don't know. If I had to guess, it probably does. And as we all know, we all hate wind. Like, if there's one thing a Celeste player hates, it's spikes. If there's 2 things, spikes and wind. And in this stage, there's a lot of wind. And we're going to experience that. Oh, well, here we go. Oh, no. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to go diagonal. How the heck? Wait. Oh, I have to do that weird super jump thing. And I probably have to do it again. Wait, that was actually almost close. What the heck? To be honest, I thought it'd be a lot harder. Granted, I'm still not making that, but I probably have to bounce off that back wall. This is unexpected. But yeah, I probably have to do that. That's probably why it's not working, if I had to guess. And then we just had to do the super bounce yet again. And the first room's clear. Okay, no wind yet. That definitely worries me a lot. Just gonna say it there. Like when you don't see wind, you're just like, oh no. Okay, whew. But we do have some vertical movement. The problem, well, it's vertical, I guess. I don't know. Vertical is kind of bad sometimes, you know. I mean, like, who really likes vertical segments? I guess they're better than underwater segments, so that's good. I think you're thinking of a different game. I am. I mean, I think there's, like, barely any underwater segments in this game anyway. I think there's only a couple in, like, Chapter 6, and it's not even that much. I think the problem is, like, the first jump, right? Because I don't think I want to use... Wait, hold on. I guess I could look at the binoculars. That'd be smart. Okay, so... To be honest, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm supposed to use my dash. Like, I could not tell you, and that's the worst part. Not knowing. Because there's so many situations in Celeste where you sometimes know, like the idea of simple execution is not. And sometimes you don't always know. You might know the basics, but that's all you really know. And I'm pretty sure I do actually have to use a dash, so... That definitely makes it a lot more difficult. Especially when I... Oh, there we go. Well, that would have almost been good, but you know, I died. But yeah, that was almost close. I'm gonna bet you the last room has wind, though. If I know Celeste, it has wind. Oh no. And I guess pits. And spikes. I don't know, I think spikes are a worse enemy because they appear more often. Like seriously, almost every single level. They come in many different variations. Like this one is crystal spikes. Very specific spikes. Because they're kind of blue and they kind of look like crystals. So, yeah, that's the only thing I'm really basing them off of. Because they're blue and they kind of look like crystals. I don't know what you want me to say here, man. Okay, and... Yeah, that's really confusing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Am I not supposed to use a dash? Am I? I think I have to because I can't make it up there. But how am I going to get the dash, you might ask? Well, that, my friend, is a really great question, because I don't know the answer to. I feel like I might have to get the dash, most likely, if I had to guess. But getting it is probably the issue. Although, granted, this seems a lot easier than Chapter 3. Yeah, Chapter 3 is always the first one that's like, oh, this is where it gets real, right? But then Chapter 4 is like, it's easier than Chapter 3. It's not even a joke, it just is. So I'm clearly not supposed to use it there, so... It definitely when it gets closer, yeah, but... Here's the thing. it goes up so fast, it almost seems like I'm doing it wrong. Wait, that was actually almost it. That's perfect. Oh god. Oh no, I can't make it back. Hold up. Just gonna wait for it. Okay, there it is. I almost decided, and I think you just like respawning it was just like, oh hey, you can step on it now, and then at that moment I was like, no, wait, no you can't. And then by that point I was just like already in motion. I was just like, no, that's not gonna work. I didn't listen to myself. Probably should have. Would have been a great idea, I know. Okay, I just need to be quick and hopefully not fall off. I hate spikes. But the third one's going to be wind. We've seen this happen. Like, Chapter 2 having Battle Line in one segment. Not the last one, to be exact, but I definitely don't think that's how I'm supposed to do that. Wait, do I have to keep my dash until this segment? Because I definitely can't make it back. I don't know, actually. But yeah, Battle Line was in Chapter 2. Mr. Oshiro was in Chapter 3. So I'd be surprised if wind since it's being one of the main mechanics in this game, or I guess in this chapter, is not a thing. Like, I'd be surprised. Granted, I've been proven wrong. It takes so little time to get it perfect, but takes so much time to do it wrong. If that made any sense. It probably did not. I would not be surprised. Wait a second. Hold on, I just got an idea. No. I can do a super bounce. But it's in motion. Who says? I feel like you're missing something. Oh, yeah. Well, who says I have to do it like that? I mean, in reality, if it's in motion, that just means it's a moving target. Don't you want a still target? The point I'm saying is that I am still able to do that. In fact, I'll show it to you. See, it was moving and I did it. Granted, I ran into spikes, which probably isn't the smartest idea if I had to guess. Which is definitely true. But I feel like that could be possible. But the problem is doing it. Like, I still need a dash, and I think by the time I do it earlier, it's gonna be too late. Or too early, I guess. I am still right here, so who knows? Wait a second, I got an idea. I don't know what the plan was. Trust me, there was a plan. Okay, now hear me out. We do it again. And you immediately failed. How does that make you feel? Disappointed. You had nothing going there, did you? Nope, no I did not. Come on. We're not getting any closer to our goal. Is this still easier than Chapter 3? Most likely. If I had to guess, yes. I think what I have to do is I have to get the gem, grab back onto it, and then make another jump above it. It has to. I don't see another way. Which may or may not be an issue. Am I able to actually make it up there without a dash? Probably not, if I had to guess. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I literally have to do that with a dash. So, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, we figured this out. Oh, okay, so I am able to jump over that. And I think while it's in motion, I have to jump back up there and use my dash to make it to the other side. The problem is doing that all in one consecutive order. At least we have the idea. The idea is simple. We still need to execute it. And that is not simple. So, yippee. And also, the energy, it just makes no sense. Like, sometimes it feels like I run out of energy quicker than others. And maybe that's because I'm climbing walls, but I don't know. Energy be stupid sometimes. And then I dashed. Yeah, it can be very weird. And I still need to grab onto the other side when I get the energy gem. And then make it back up there. Just keep dying, though. I feel like that's just one of the major issues of Celeste. You keep dying. Granted, it's very easy to restart where you were. I guess in the start of the segment, per se. But still difficult. But I mean, at least you don't start to the very end. That's not going to be until I complete all the seasides. AKA Golden Strawberry. Yeah, because that's what the Golden Strawberries do. Pretty much you have to beat an area without dying. Or I guess beat the chapter without dying. So, yeah, that's going to be extremely difficult on some more than others. Mostly B-sides. And also Chapter 9, because yes, there's one for Chapter 9. And I feel like that's the only one I might not do. Because that's going to take way too long. In the sense that I have other stuff to do. And, I feel like that'd just be for, a live stream. If I ever intend on doing those. Which, right now, that's not really what I'm intending on doing. Because when you think about the whole Chapter 9 sequence apparently took me definitely not 9 hours. 15 hours. And that was with 5,000 some-odd deaths. Imagine all that with 0 deaths. Yeah. Pretty brutal, if you ask me. Which, if you are, because you're watching this video, I say yes, that is. That's gonna just something that's gonna be needing a lot of training. Especially how long that chapter is. It's a lot of segments. The seasides, though, will be the easiest because there are only 3 segments, so in reality, you can really only fail a couple times. Because if you fail the first room, obviously you're gonna go back to the start anyway. And then the second and third, you just go back 1 or 2. So, yeah, again, it's not really that bad, so that's good. And then we got the normal A sides. They're gonna be moderate, depends on the level. So you never really know. And we may have passed the second segment. No wind, that worries me. The last time I went through this and Mr. O'Shear wasn't here, I was like, oh, Mr. O'Shear isn't here. What a delight. Opens the door. Mr. O'Shear appears. So let's just look. So we got some clouds, and the pinkish, purplish clouds are a one-time thing, so that's gonna be fun. And we have to go through all those, and oh, what the heck? Why do I smell wind? Because there's no way I'm able to, because it would go boom. There's no way I can make it through this without extra help. That extra help, of course, is gonna be wind. Especially for this jump, and that jump, and that jump, and holy pizza crust, and there's the Golden Strawberry. Yeah, I definitely smell wind here. Yep, there it is. There it is. I called it. So it's gonna look all sweet and innocent, and then the friggin' wind came. Ah, great. Fun. Awesome. And I can't seem to get the jump on the dang pink cloud. Because again, that's a one-time use, otherwise you die. I also have to land on the cloud. That is also an issue. What if... Nah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Okay. Hey, I actually made it. Now I have to make it to the other cloud. Yippee! This is the hardest ending. Yeah, this is definitely just the hardest ending. How the heck? Holy crap. You have to do so much in one consecutive order, just how the heck do you want me to comprehend this crap? I don't know. Because I have to jump on the cloud, then I have to jump on the other cloud, and I have to jump on the third cloud, all while the wind is pushing me in the direction that I'm moving, thus making it harder to calculate the timing of landing on all the dang clouds. I told you wind was gonna be our second worst enemy. Do you think I was lying? No. Why would I do that? I almost need to just be holding right at that segment. Yeah, this is just a hold right simulator. I don't even know about that because there's so much you just have to hold left because the wind pressure is making you go too fast and too far. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? But luckily I have time, I guess. Which is good, I think. Depending, I don't know. Okay, just have to hold right. How did I land on that cloud that one time? To be honest, I don't know, and granted that kind of makes me a little worried. Okay, so let's just look. So I jump on that cloud, jump on that cloud, jump on that cloud. I make it over here. This is like my quote-unquote safe spot. Then I have to make it up there, go to that orb, make it through that segment. Then that's gonna go up. I have to jump above it, question mark. Make it to that orb, then jump, okay. So I think this first segment is going to be the hardest segment. I think. I really think, and I hope. Because like, if it's the hardest segment, then it's just gonna get easier from here. The problem is, I think I also have to do like the big jumps. Or if I had to do the mini jump on the second one. Yeah, how? Yeah, that does not work. Sadly doesn't. But, on the hindsight, I'm getting slightly better. So, like, I'm making it to the second cloud more often now. Oh, and I almost made past the third cloud. I just didn't do a high bounce, because I think that's also hard to think about when you have wind pressuring you into going to another segment. I guess another cloud, if you may. I don't know why I said that, but it wasn't even a pun, it's just true. But it makes it a lot harder to think about because you have wind in your face. Or I guess your whole body. And the screen. That's how you know it's dangerous, when there's wind on the screen. Oh, I definitely don't oh god. Whew, stop. Thank goodness for pausing. Thank you, Celeste, for letting us pause your game. So, my question, how are we gonna get that? Okay, so I think, Mouser, do you mind if you demonstrate? Okay, thank you. I think I have to just jump and dash up there, because I think since the wind is going in this direction, it should push me fast and far enough to make it up there. There we go. Oh god. Okay, so this is just a lot of quick thinking too. That's also Celeste. Number 1, platforming. Number 2, more platforming. Number 3, precision and timing. Like, I feel like that's just Celeste. Like, platforming and then precision and timing. If you're not good at any of those, you probably shouldn't play this game. But that's why I'm here, so you can watch me play the game. And probably watch me suffer. I'm pretty sure that just every person... Yeah, that too. If you don't want to suffer, don't play this game. Because chances are you will suffer in many ways. Like dying to spikes or pits. Mostly spikes, because there's a lot of them. Like, why is there so many spikes? And there's so many varieties of spikes. You got the tiny blue ones, the red ones, which are crystal spikes, the blue crystals, the purple crystals, the normal looking spikes. They're just too many spikes. And then there's wind. I feel like wind in any video game is almost just annoying. It's just something you have to deal with, but no one wants to. If that makes sense. I mean, who really likes wind these days? Not many people. You lose your hat in the wind and you never see it again. That's never happened to you. Yeah, well, might as well have. Madeline doesn't have a hat. Yeah, well, maybe she lost it in the wind. She never... Wait, that's actually a good point. How does her backpack stay on her with this wind? Duct tape. No, I don't think it's duct tape. Maybe just securely strapped? I don't know, maybe. What did you even carry in her backpack? Probably boots, snow climbing gear. She doesn't use any of that. I mean, I guess boots. Energy drinks. Yeah, I think that's how she climbed this whole mountain. Because I feel like, doesn't this take place in a whole day? Or am I making that up? Yeah, it's definitely just energy drinks, guys. That's what Madeline keeps in her backpack. The tales have been revealed. Which not gonna lie, that makes sense. Like some sort of drinks, probably food. Considering it doesn't look like there's... I guess there's campfires, so maybe that's where she sleeps. Yeah, you're right. I guess she... No, you're right. Because in Chapter 2, she did sleep. And then Chapter 6... She also slept, I think? Okay, so 3 days. Still a lot. Considering this is, like, a really long game. Not really long, I guess. The harder, the better. Because this game can be beaten in, like, hour 30 or something, 45 minutes. I don't know, whatever the speedrun world record is. It's definitely not an hour 30. I know that much. So I guess this is not counting the C side or B side or any of that. Anyway, oh crap. So I think I just need to hold that direction. Because I feel like the wind's just gonna push me most of the way. The problem is I have to get through this segment each and every single time. Granted, I guess I just did that, so... Oh crap. That's just a lot to process, though. Especially when you're moving so fast, you just have to think really fast. Yeah, that's the fourth thing. Platforming, precision, timing, and being quick-witted. Or just thinking fast. I guess that's what quick-witted means, but, you know, sometimes you have to spell it out. Or you just say the other one because it's funny. I don't know. This is definitely taking way longer than I thought, but I mean, it's not, I don't think it's as long as Chapter 3, so that's good. Yeah, Chapter 3 is always just the first hard one. I know I already said that, but I mean, sometimes you just have to say things again because you feel like it. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't really know what else you want me to commentate on here. Wind is bad. Yeah. Yeah, you're just moving so fast. Like, I think when done, like, without any deaths, this is probably the fastest one you can complete. Maybe, just solely based on this segment. Because the last one's usually pretty long. Maybe it's Chapter 2, considering I beat that in 7 minutes, which, on speedrun times, I guess that's not really, that's kind of bad, honestly. But considering that was my first time playing Chapter 2 Seaside, that's not bad. Especially considering Chapter 1 was, like, 37 minutes. So, you know, that's like 30 minutes more than 7. You mean 30 minutes added to 7. Yeah, same thing. And then Chapter 3 was like, well, I think it was almost just an hour, but I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely 100% sure. Because I learned that apparently the speedrun time is after you clear the first one. So any deaths on the first one doesn't actually count towards anything. I guess in the speedrun. So, sometimes it's hard to really know. Like, it would be kind of cool if you had, like, the first time doing it. Because, like, not just speedrun, you know, because technically in the speedrun, it wouldn't count any of my other deaths in the first one, which, granted, I didn't actually have that many. I don't even know how many times I died. I'm gonna look at the binoculars real quick. You know, I think it's more worrisome when you have to look at the binoculars multiple times. So, once I get to this third orb, I think I have to go down, then I have to go up. Then we do all that, we jump over here, we platform on these decreasing blocks, we jump on this last one and get the golden strawberry. Not the golden strawberry, the golden crystal heart. The problem is doing all that in one consecutive order without dying. It is possible, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this right now, and it would just be funny if it was actually impossible the whole time. But, I mean, I know it has to be possible. It's easy, but it's not easy. If that makes any amount of sense, which I hope it does. Dang it. And I run into the first spike. And sometimes the other annoying thing is sometimes you want your controller to go one way, or like the input to go one way, but then it doesn't. I guess because it's not perfectly in the perfect diagonal form of being diagonal. So that's also kind of annoying, but I mean, there's nothing really I can do. How do even people play on Steam? I guess maybe they also use a controller. I think you can hook one up, so I feel like that'd be a nightmare if you had to use like the arrow keys, kind of like in Celeste Classic if you look it up on your browser. But granted, I use the Xbox, so yeah. Okay, we just gotta jump on the clouds and not die. And we we actually didn't die. Take that. Oh, okay. We almost had that one. And we fall back to the wind. But I guess we fall because of the wind. And my lack of judgment of not being able to jump on the clouds super well. Because, yes, that does happen. I think the worst part is because they're one-time only clouds, it makes them a lot more valuable to not mess up. And then you do, and it's really funny. This might take a little bit longer, but that's okay, because, you know, I've already been here for a while, so I mean... And this is the last room, anyway. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Well, many things, but we're not gonna focus on that. Just gotta jump, and... I definitely need to figure out when to dash. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. What's also weird is that sometimes I go against the wall and it works. And other times it just doesn't, like that. So I don't really know. That time it didn't work, but sometimes it does. Like that. You know, that would have worked, except I fail. I do that a lot. This is the DJ Smashball channel, I don't know what you expect. I mean, I guess you probably know me more from my Celeste videos than anything. And if you've seen most of them, you know there's a lot of suffering. That's just Celeste in general, anyway. Just a lot of pain, trial, error, suffering, etc. Okay, so I'm almost dashing, like, too early. So I'm almost dashing, like, too early on that one. Which is interesting, to say the least. Yeah, you can't go too early, you can't go too late. Yeah, you literally have to be perfect. Like, literally just Celeste. You either be perfect or you die. There's, like, no equality. Like, if you're 2 seconds early, you're dead. 2 seconds late, you're probably also dead. But, I mean, nothing a little bit of, and by a little, I mean a lot of practice won't help. Although I keep running into spikes. What are even these spikes called? Tiny crystal blue spikes. I feel like it'd be tiny blue crystal spikes, actually. Maybe I need to go up more. Maybe that's the issue. So, just out of more curiosity. So, after that whole segment, right? After I get up there, I have to go over there, then jump over that, then... Okay. I think once I get to that part, it should be a lot easier. I hope. Because after that segment, the golden strawberry is... Not the golden strawberry. The golden crystal heart is right there. And then we'll be done. I mean, I guess that's kind of how all of these work. Because you literally have to get the crystal heart in order to win in the C-sides and B-sides. So, you know, you kind of have to. You can't avoid it. I mean, unless you don't want to clear the level. Which I guess if you really dislike the level, then maybe, but then you'd have to do it anyway, so I feel like you just do it. Although granted, farewell is reasonable because, dang, that's tough. And, like, seriously, it's really tough. And even taking, like, a little bit of a break, but to be fair, if you have nothing else, like, you've gotten the crystal hearts, I guess maybe the golden strawberries, but if you've gotten, like, all A-sides, B-sides, C-side, all that stuff, and you have to do that, then you can't really avoid it, so I don't know really what to tell you. Oh, boy. Yeah, I really do not like this wind. It's killing me. Literally. Okay, whew. And sometimes you tell your controller, hey, you should go diagonal right, but it doesn't, and it's sad. Okay, that was all my fault. I was trying to, like, get it to dash up after. So I held my control stick upwards. Do not recommend when you're under spikes. I have to go diagonal right. Up. Yeah, well, yeah. I have to go diagonal right, upright. Right up? I don't know. That is the problem. Directions. Because with 8 directions you could go in, it's very easy to mess up one of those 8 directions and go for any of the other 7. Granted, you probably go for the ones that are next to it and not like the opposite end. But who knows, that could easily happen too. Come on, game. You really gonna do this to me? Answer, yes, yes it will. I mean, I am still here, so, you know. There we go. There we go. Oh god. Ah! Okay, so I think I underestimated how far / fast the wind will push me. And I probably would have had it if I'd done that. Like, I bet you once I get to that last orb, I'll be in the clear. Mostly, at least. Maybe not entirely, but I mean... pretty much, right? Oh, crap. Not again. 2 times in a row. 3rd time... well, I guess maybe not 2 times in a row, because I did die to a spike before that, but... maybe 3rd time's the charm. That's what they always say, and yet it never happens. I don't know. Maybe it's not as lucky as you think. Like 4-leaf clovers. Or something. I guess 4-leaf clovers are really more rare than they are lucky. I don't know. Maybe they are lucky. Who knows? But we're not talking about 4-leaf clovers. We're talking about Celeste. And how to beat it. Oh. Ah, I was so close, too. I was like a hair's breadth away. Which is totally a saying I probably didn't just make up. I don't think, at least. But you never know with me. I could have just made it up. I could have not. Even I don't know. I think that's more worrying. When I don't know. I'm the one making the video. But I know we're almost there. Yeah, I mean, I know where it is. The process of getting it is difficult. No. Really? How many more times is this gonna take? A lot, probably. I almost have to, like, hold right after... not right. I have to hold left almost after the jump immediately, since the wind is always pushing me forward. Obviously, if I hold left, it's not gonna make me go left, because the wind pressure is going fast enough that it suppresses my movement of the left. That makes total sense, actually. No, it actually does. The wording was off, but I mean, structurally it made sense. In my head, at least. Okay, and of course now I go diagonal up. Of course. Why not? Or wait, diagonal up. That's like 2 directions. Diagonal right instead of just right. You know, because that would make sense. Yes, there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No! Crap! I was right there. I mean, I almost had it too. And I told you that was gonna happen. No, you said you'd get it. Well, I almost got it. Almost doesn't count. I like to see you try. We're the same person. We're both trying. Are we, though? Anyways. After that, don't question it. I do talk to myself a lot. Seriously, I don't know why. Just don't question it. But trust me on this. The next attempt, like, once I get over there, that will be it. The problem is, since the platforms decrease by size, obviously, I'm pretty sure that's how things would decrease. It's really hard to stand on... Okay, the next attempt. But it's really hard to stand on them when they decrease in... well, I guess they decrease in length, not really much size. Or I guess maybe it is size, I don't know. I mean, the number of blocks decrease. You happy? Yeah, there we go. Come on. There we go, and that's how it's done. Boosh. Yeah, I think that's just the thing I have to say now. If I don't say it, just sounds wrong without it. I told you I would get it. I was right there. It was in my hand. Oh yeah, Theo. Forgot he was in this chapter. Like, normally. Not in B-side or C-side. Honestly, not too many deaths. How many did Chapter 3 get? Yep, okay. Chapter 4 is still easier. Now, let's look at the times. Well, that does not tell me much. Because, like, this, well, technically it says 43 minutes. Actually, probably would have been 43 minutes, because the first room didn't take me that many attempts, so that's good. And if we look at the whole clear thing, it says 3 hours. Which is still an hour behind Chapter 3, which still just goes to prove that Chapter 3 is really difficult. Like, seriously, we got easy, easier, really difficult, and then it kind of increases in difficulty in a weird way. I think what's incredibly funny, though, is, like, after Mirror Temple with Reflection, the A side only took me 171 deaths. Which, well, actually, that's probably not 100% true. Wait, hold on. Record fewest deaths. No, it is still 171. You're right, because if you remember when I got... Because whenever I replayed them to get the strawberries, Chapter 6 didn't have any strawberries. In fact, the only thing I had to get was the strawberry. Not the strawberry. The thing. Not... The crystal heart. There it is. I guess when you look at the record fewest deaths, there aren't really a lot. Yeah, there's definitely more deaths in total. Although, there's a lot more we have to do. Because we still have the Mirror Temple Reflection, the Summit, and the Core. Which is only 4 more, surprisingly. I mean, yeah, I know how to count, guys. Don't worry. But, we're almost done, and we're already beyond the golden strawberries. Which just feels weird to me, honestly. I mean, Mirror Temple is pretty much the halfway point when you think about it. The fact that I'm already here is just kind of crazy. Like, ultimately, these don't take super long because they're seasides, and seasides only have 3 rooms. But it is just crazy how fast we were moving. We were or we are? Yes. Because, like, when I first did this, like, when I first did 1 through 7, I did 1 through 7, and then after to get to Chapter 8, I get the Crystal Heart. So I was like, oh, well, might as well get everything else, including the B-side, Crystal Heart, and all the strawberries, and that's what I did. And then we're back at Chapter 8, and I got the Crystal Heart, well, because I had to, and the B-side also because I had to. The strawberries I got, well, I think I was only missing 1. And then Farewell. And I'm pretty sure I did Farewell before the B-sides, because I did not realize it was going to be a big gate. Also, apparently you can skip the gate, which probably is better that I didn't. If you're, like, fast enough, you can do it. Which, again, is probably better that I didn't do it. I was definitely not ready. Because then we have... Then I did all the B-sides. And now we're doing the C-sides. And the C-sides just feel so much quicker. Like I said, we're, like, breezing through it. Like, still really funny how Reflection took me 3 hours. The Summit also took me 3 hours, but that's reasonable. Although, what's even funnier is the fact that Mirror Temple did not get a record speedrun, because I think what I did was I exited the stage halfway through because of internet problems. The funny thing is, you can just save and quit, and it would save your progress. I don't know why I didn't do that. So, it just looks really awkward. So, I think chances are I'll probably just redo that just so it does not look awkward. Also, there's no full clears, because I think a full clear... What is a full clear? Because I would assume getting all the strawberries, crystal hearts, and the other one. The other one? Yeah, the other one. Oh, I guess Farewell didn't do... Oh, okay. Because I think you have to do it all in one run, and you have to get every single collectible, which for for the A-sides, because I'm pretty sure that's what that's based on, it'd be Strawberries, Crystal Heart, and B-side. But the reason Farewell doesn't have it was because I did it in split-up segments. Not necessarily like the 3 videos, but more or less the fact that halfway through Chapter 9, I was blocked, so that's not entirely there. Which is also why there's no record fewest deaths. But, I mean, we all know it's 5,000, okay? 5,242. And it also has a yellow skull, because, like, you can see the different skulls. So I'm pretty sure I should have done it after the C-sides, but it's really funny now that I didn't. And I like how the only reason it's 45 is because of that. Like, otherwise it would have been at 30. Which is still a lot. But the 15 adds almost, well, it adds 15 bits. Wow. Well, but anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you in the next one.